Today we have I guess you could officially call this a boat anchor radio. And definitely call it a boat anchor radio because it is a marine radio. It's designed to be in a boat. And as heavy as it is, because it's an old tube type radio, it's definitely an anchor. So in any case, this is a Pearce Simpson. This is my personal radio. I collect rare, obscure, hard to find, never seen before radios that have absolutely no practical use. So when I saw this, I thought to myself, oh God, I've got to have it. That's just beautiful. Don't mind the ugly paint color. I do believe it was painted at one time. You can see along the edges there's paint on the trim. I think it was originally on the under there. Looks like it was silver. But when I restore this, I'll sandblast the cabinet and actually powder coat it. Because it definitely needs it. The cabinet's in good shape, just, other than the paint. The grill is pushed in, but that's aluminum, so that will push out. That'll be very, very easy to get that straightened out. I'll bead blast the emblem and then repaint in, detail lettering. I may even get that re-chromed depending how it looks. I may actually send that out to get it re-chromed. But, yeah, it's a marine radio, so now you could receive broadcast band, but it was also, it was designed to be a transmitter. As you can see, it has the accompanying microphone, and it's the original Pearce Simpson microphone with it. Always an added bonus. But you can see the frequencies that this thing's currently set for. So you can see they're in the 2 megahertz range. So this thing is, because it's so close to 160 meters, it actually would not be hard to turn this into a 160 meter ham radio, which is probably what I will do with it. That way it actually has some practical use. But yeah, really the only thing from the exterior looks like it's missing is a screw. So no problem there. I know I've got plenty of screws loose, but I have lots of screws. So let me pause the video here. We'll get it flipped around so you can see the backside, and then we'll get it taken apart so you can see the interior. And I haven't taken it apart, so I have no idea what the inside looks like. Might be no tubes, might have tubes. Could be a mouse living in there. We'll find out shortly. And here's the backside. Definitely not much to see on the back. Just basically a back cover with an electrical access port here to get up into the inside. Actually, I think I feel a power cord up in there or something. There's a cord. Can't get it down. I have to, like I said, I'm pulling it out anyhow. Yeah, there you can see it. I think the cord's actually still in there. There's something in there. It's hiding. So let me get this thing out of the cabinet, and we can do this journey together and see what's inside. Well, I have to tell you, this was a complete surprise. I had not tapped on, actually, I guess can't really tell much by doing that. But until I actually took that screw out, I tried to get the screw out in the middle and the back. That's actually, I found out, that's to a battery terminal in the back. Didn't need to take that out. All I need to do is take this front screw out. But what I was surprised to find is, this is not metal. Even being, I'm assuming, 1950s, 1960s vintage maybe. This isn't metal. It's fiberglass. Haha, surprise, surprise. So for starters, definitely no sandblasting. I'm not going to be sandblasting this. I will be hand sanding this. And then I'll take it to the paint booth and get that painted. But here's the inside. Let's cover out of the way here. I guess we could turn on a little bit of light. And I'll be darned, but this thing looks like it's complete. At first glance, I don't see anything missing. Yeah, here's the, I tried to get the screw out in the back. The internal nut fell off. So yeah, it's actually, I wasn't sure if that held the cabinet cover on or not, so that's actually what the negative battery terminal was on. But it actually looks like it's complete. The speaker's in good condition. It's not seized up, the cone still moves. Looks to have its crystals. looks like it might be missing one set of crystals for position 1, because this has, what, 5 positions. So it has 4 sets of crystals, and they look to be as labeled on the front. 2.182 megahertz and 2.638 megahertz, 2.738, 670 megahertz for the transmit and receive crystals over here. But yeah, surprisingly, like I say, it looks like it's complete. Definitely have some problems here. The transformer would appear to be falling out of it. Have to check the nuts on the bottom, see what's holding that. Yeah, the vibrator has definitely taken a dent. That's no problem. I've got plenty of vibrators. If I actually get this working, I might just stick a solid state replacement in it anyhow. There's the label off of the electrolytic cap there. Kind of right there gives you an idea. This does run some high voltage because it's a 450 volt cap. So yeah, I'm going to say this. Now, I'm not a boat person in absolutely no way, shape, or form. Don't really know anything about boat radios. So I honestly don't know what the operating voltage is on this. I don't even know what model number this radio is. I can't. If I get the bottom cover off, maybe I can see if there's some. I think it's actually take these 2 screws out here, I believe, and that's how you dismount the bottom cover from the chassis here. You take those 2 screws out here. But I'm actually not sure what the operating voltage is. I don't know what boats run. 6, 12, 24, 48, I don't know. I'm kind of thinking maybe 6 because I see 6 volts on this relay. But we shall see. I like the coils, very adjustable. See, they have the little clamps on here, so for tuning. So that makes this very easy to adjust. So, okay, let me pause it again. We'll get this thing flipped over and see if we can take a look at the underside. Oh, and actually, I guess real quick we can see it's got we got 2 6BA6s. Doesn't look like that one's labeled. Or that one. That's an 807, 12 A07. Those are 6V6s. So, let me see if I can get this thing extracted the rest of the way out of the chassis here. Okay, here we are back on the underside. It's kind of sitting sideways in the cabinet like this. So I was right, you just take those 2 corner screws out of here, and then it just kind of slides out, but you still have all the cables. You got the battery cables and the microphone over there, so I just kind of twisted it around and stood it up. But here's the underside. Looks to be fairly complete and original. I can't say I really see anything wrong with this, other than I know the electrolytic caps will need to be changed. So other than even at that, what do I got? 2. I got the can cap on the top. I got one here. There's a silver mica I might change out. Not sure what the hell this gigantic block of glue is. We will have to do some wire tracing on that. I really like to find a model number on this blasted thing so I can actually find a schematic for it. I'm assuming Sam's might have made one, and if they did, I will have it because I have every Sam's ever printed. But oh, there's another big mica mold capacitor down there. I don't know if that might be for the plate on the transmitter circuit. Man, this thing is clean. I mean, I was expecting this thing to be an oxidized pile of junk that I was going to spend 3 years trying to clean up because it was a marine radio. That's the one thing always scares me anytime I hear anything to do with something not even just on the water, just close to water. But, I mean, this is as close to new looking. I mean, look at the resistors. Absolutely no sign of bubbling. They'll get changed, of course, just because due to age. But, man, this thing is spotless. No mouse nest. Hell, it doesn't even look like a bug has ever even built a nest in here. Clean, clean, clean. Whew. I like it. Especially after a lot of the shit I see. That really has me perplexed. What the hell is that damn block? Goes down. Capacitor, maybe? I'm thinking that might be a capacitor. Just following the wires out here. There you go to, looks like the transformer. Yeah. That might be a potted block of capacitors that they made, maybe. I don't know. That's kind of what I'm getting the feeling that is. It might be electrolytic capacitors in there. We shall see. Oh, and let me flip this back over. I'll show you why the transformer's loose. Yeah, as I was extracting it, I just happened to notice there's a screw right there on this side of the transformer. The screws, little cap screws missing on this side, so that's why that's loose. That'd be easy enough to fix. I'll actually pull the other one out and pull it up, make sure there's no wiring loose in there. But man, I mean, even the top side is always going to be your dirtiest side. Honestly, man, that's really clean. Look at that. There's almost no dirt. I can't make it any cleaner really by wiping it off. There's hardly anything there. Tiny bit of flash oxidation on the chassis, just a little bit, but not much to really even bother mentioning. That's an interesting use of a tube socket, I have to say. See a small inductor in the middle. I guess that was... These are actually rivets. As it flies across into my lap. Yeah, that's actually a rivet, is what that is. Designed to be peened over on the other side. I don't know if they did that. That's supposed to be for tuning? Like I say, having never worked on one of these, I don't know. I do see the light here attaches to one pin, but I'm just wondering if maybe those pins, do they move around for tuning of some sort? Don't know. Nice. I like it. Big old antique boat anchors. Nothing quite like them. So there you go. There's just a quick preview of the Pearce Simpson unknown model marine radio. So, if I ever find out, let's look on the inside of this cover here real quick. No, not even a little tiny label anywhere. So, in any case, at some point in the future, I'll do a follow-up on this. And during the restoration here, like I say, I'm going to see if I can get this to work on 160 meters. Shouldn't be too hard, because like I say, it's not that far off frequency. This is just a little bit higher in frequency, because 160 meters runs from low end at 1.8 megahertz up to the high end at 1.85. So, like I say, I might even just leave it as a marine radio. I don't know. Like I say, internally it's in such good shape. The cover, seeing as it's fiberglass, I wouldn't have to worry about dents, but it's not broken. So, man, as nice a condition as it is actually in, I might actually just restore it and leave it a marine radio. Not that I'm close to the water, but still nonetheless. So there you go. There's a preview. Pearce Simpson marine radio of unknown model. Realized I hadn't taken this small cover off the bottom side, so I figured I'd tack on a little extension to the video here. So I got this little shielding plate removed from the underside. Actually, one of them has a tamper-proof screw that was common. I didn't know they used them back that far. Actually, these are even still used today. They're used on Holley carburetors. That's called a clutch screw. It's kind of like a squished circle. The side's kind of indent there, but yeah, it had that screw there and then a regular head screw right there. But yeah, I was kind of surprised to see that, a clutch head screw. Well, definitely not something I was expecting to see. So in any case, I'm going to take this cover off, see what the heck was in here. So looks like this is a bridge rectifier circuit. There's 4 diodes. They kind of used a fuse sockets, a block of 4 fuse sockets to actually mount the diodes to. So here it looks like this is the switching relay for receive to transmit. Here's a big coil, and then there's 2 more electrolytic capacitors. There's one right there, and then there's another one. It's really, really hard to see back up in there, but it's a long one. It goes from about here the whole way down. It's actually wrapped. Reason it looks brown is because it's actually wrapped in a sheet of brown paper, it looks like. So, and there's some filter caps in there, all those that need to be changed. There's one there. We have very little as far as capacitors needing to be changed in this. There's really not that many. But, so like I say, just wanted to tack this little extension on so you could actually see everything in this radio. So yeah, basically just clean up the relay contacts. Definitely looks like it might be a chore getting that cap down in there. So I get this one out. Probably going to be easiest to pull this relay out. Pull the mounting screw out for this coil. Pull it out of the way so I can get that capacitor out of there. But, yeah, so if anybody has a clue what the model is for this radio, I would very, very be interested if you would post, if you know what the model number is for this radio. Because like I say, it's not marked anywhere. It's not on the exterior. There's a serial number up here on the top of the chassis. But there's absolutely no markings on this as to what model radio this is. I don't know. When I look at this damn thing, I don't know if that's a transformer. This block really has me thinking. Well, actually, that goes down to the plate. Coil. Yeah, okay, because there's... Yeah, so I was right. That is the plate cap, because there's the wire that goes up to the cap for the 807 tube right here. That goes right to here, which goes through this one over to this cap. The white wire goes up to the wafer switch. Yeah, lots of wafers to clean in there. But, yep. So, there you go. Like I say, if anybody knows the model number of this, I would greatly appreciate you posting it, because I do not have a clue. And I really don't feel like standing in front of Sam's PhotoFact file cabinets for the next 2 to 3 weeks going through drawers and drawers and drawers, pulling out folders, trying to find out what the hell this thing is. I mean, I guess I could just pull out my PhotoFact index, look up everything Pearce Simpson, and just start pulling... start with the oldest and work my way forward with folders trying to find it. But like that can be rather time consuming. I've had to do that on oddball radios before where I couldn't find any information on them. Just ended up going over to the PhotoFact filing cabinets and going through all... God, I'm trying to think, what is there? 5 drawers per cabinet, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. There's 40 drawers, and I've got a lateral cabinet. So... 49, I've got 49 drawers full of Sam's PhotoFacts, and then that doesn't count the specialized manuals like for CB radios, auto radios, a lot of the other specialties. Those are on bookshelves. But yep. So if anybody has a clue, please let me know. I'd greatly appreciate it.